All right, guys, how's it going? Well, I did not expect to wake up to news today that we would be closing in on a deal for Víctor Muñoz. Let me explain this to you. In Spanish, they would pronounce it Víctor, because the V is like a B, so it'd be like Víctor Muñoz, because some like the Z, it depends. It's like a regional thing. So Víctor Muñoz, or in English, we would probably say Víctor Muñoz. So I'll just call him Vic, all right? You know what I'm like with names. But I did not expect us to be doing any business around now. And the fact it's come out of nowhere, as Brendan Rodgers would say, that's fantastic to me, because I love that. No drawn out all summer long fucking shite, you know what I mean? Which might be the Diamande situation, if that comes to fruition. But I like it. This is very old Liverpool way. This is how Liverpool used to do things back in the day. You'd know fuck all about it, and then poof, there it goes. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you a little bit about him, just in case you don't know much about him. And I've read a lot about him previously. You know, obviously, I read the Spanish football dailies here. He was spoken very highly of last season by the media here. And I'm going to read some of this to you, tell you a little bit about his reputation, if you like, and the kind of player he is and could be for us. There's two things before I get into the video I want to mention to you. One, I'm hosting a live stream on here today at 6:30 UK time, so please do come along and we'll have a natter. And the other thing was I created a new Facebook group last night for Cop Talk, if you are on Facebook. Which is where I'm going to be hanging out in between videos. So you're more than welcome to come along. Obviously, I'm on the VIP members website all day, all night. That's my home, but not everybody's on there. So I've created this new Facebook group. The existing one's got 102,000 people in, I think. But it's a private group, that one. And I wanted to do one that was like more accessible to everybody, that would come up in the search things and stuff like that. So it's a new group. I'm going to pin in the comment section to this video the link to that group, and I would love you to come and join me in there. That's where I'm going to be all day, so we can continue the conversation. So let's think about this. Víctor Muñoz. Who is the Spanish attacker? Víctor Muñoz Villanueva is one of the more interesting young attacking players to emerge from La Liga during the 25-26 season. He was born on the 13th of July 2003 in Barcelona. He's 1.73 meters tall and he's right-footed, currently with Osasuna. His main position is a left winger, attacking forward, but he can play right across. In fact, it says here, other positions, right winger and striker, central attacker. He is generally described as a winger or forward, although Osasuna's own profile lists him as a striker. In practical terms, he is a flexible attacking player who can operate across the front line. He is right-footed, has mainly been used from wide areas, and is particularly associated with pace, direct running, and attacking space behind defences. What I'm reading to you from is something that I did post on the members' website earlier. I also posted it on Cop Talk, on the X account, the Facebook account, and in that new Facebook group I'm telling you. So this is just something I've done earlier today, and I thought we would go over it in a video here. So his background, well, he has a strong footballing education behind him. He was born in Barcelona and came through the youth systems of San Gabriel, Barcelona and DAM before moving into Real Madrid's youth structure. Real Madrid's own profile lists his route as San Gabriel, FC Barcelona, DAM, and then the Real Madrid youth system. That gives him a fairly unusual background. He has spent time in both Barcelona's and Real Madrid's development environments, which immediately tells you he has long been viewed as a player with serious potential. After progressing through Real Madrid's system, he played for Real Madrid Castilla, where he produced an excellent 24-25 campaign. Osasuna's own announcement of his signing stated that he arrived after scoring 11 goals and providing 7 assists for Castilla. He has also had brief first-team exposure at Real Madrid before moving to Osasuna in July 2025. So Osasuna signed him from Real Madrid in July 2025 on a 5-year contract. The deal itself was interesting. Osasuna paid €5 million for 50% of his economic rights, with a further €1 million potentially due, depending on sporting objectives. His release clause at Osasuna was set at €40 million. Real Madrid also retained a buyback option for the following 3 seasons, which shows they did not simply discard him. They let him go, but they clearly wanted to keep a route back open. That matters when judging his reputation. He was not just another Castilla player moved on with no thought. Madrid kept a financial and sporting interest in him. So his breakout season at Osasuna was the 2025-2026 season, which is the one where he really started attracting wider attention. Osasuna's own profile credits him with 36 games, 7 goals and 5 assists. League-based data sources list him with 34 La Liga appearances, 6 goals and 2 assists. The difference is likely down to whether all competitions are included or only La Liga. Either way, the important thing is this. He became a regular top-flight player, started most of his league appearances, and contributed goals from wide and attacking areas in his first full La Liga season. That is why he's being discussed as a genuine breakout player rather than just a prospect. So in terms of La Liga recognition, his reputation grew significantly during the second half of the season. He won La Liga's Best Under-23 Player of the Month award for February 2026 after a strong month that included an important goal against Real Madrid. He then won the same award again for March 2026. La Liga described him as one of the standout revelations of the league and noted that his performances had earned him his first senior Spain call-up. Back-to-back under-23 awards in La Liga is not something to ignore. It does not make him a guaranteed superstar, but it does show that his rise was recognised officially and not just by transfer gossip pages and YouTube compilations with techno music over the top. Now, in terms of Spain recognition, he earned his first senior call-up in 2026. He made his senior international debut against Serbia in March and scored Spain's 3rd goal in a 3-0 friendly win. Reuters reported that he scored after being set up by Ferran Torres, while ESPN's match record also lists him as a scorer in the 72nd minute. He was later named in Spain's squad for the World Cup. However, he should not be described as a World Cup star at this stage unless he actually plays and performs in the tournament. Reports from Spain say he has been managing an injury issue and had not featured in Spain's opening World Cup match. So the fair description is this. He is a new Spain international. He scored on his debut and he was selected for the World Cup squad. Now his playing style, well, he's an explosive, direct attacking player. His biggest weapon is pace. Osasuna's own announcement highlighted his speed, his ability to attack space, and his capacity to run beyond defensive lines, a bit like me after an ice cream van. They also pointed to strong physical and attacking metrics, including accelerations, high-intensity distance, dribbles, and progressive passes. Spanish coverage has described him as an electric, vertical, and daring wide player. It was noted that he had been measured making runs at around 35 kilometres an hour, which gives you an idea of why he stands out physically. He is not a slow, technical, wide player who wants everything to feet. He is more of a runner, a carrier, a space attacker. He wants to stretch defenders, drive into open grass and force fullbacks to turn towards their own goal. Cognia's scouting analysis described him as a winger who uses his physical potential to make a difference in the opposition half. It also noted that he ranked strongly for high-intensity running, sprinting and maximum speed, and that he repeatedly makes runs behind the defensive line. That fits the eye test description: quick, aggressive, vertical and constantly looking to hurt teams by attacking space. What he does well? Well, he offers pace in transition. That is probably the easiest way to understand him. When his team wins the ball and there is space to attack, he can get up the pitch quickly and carry the attack forward. He's also a willing runner without the ball. He does not just stand wide and wait for service. He attacks depth, moves into channels and gives teammates passing options behind the opposition back line. He can play from wide areas but also move inside. Tactical analysis of his Osasuna performances noted that he has improved when receiving with his back to goal, especially when drifting inside from the touchline. That gives him more value than simply being a chalk-on-boots winger. His dribbling is based more on burst, acceleration and body movement than on showboating. He's not necessarily a silky old-school winger who beats 3 players with step-overs just for the sake of it. He's more direct than decorative. Very much get the ball, attack the space, cause a problem. None of this standing still admiring his own haircut nonsense. His work rate and physical profile. One of the most appealing parts of his game is his physical output. Osasuna specifically highlighted his rankings for accelerations and high-intensity distance when they signed him. And Cognia, that's the analytics company, also described him as a player whose physical performance is central to his game. That matters because modern wide players are not just judged on goals and assists. They need to press, run, recover, stretch the pitch and keep repeating high-intensity actions. He appears to have that engine. He is not a luxury winger, he is more like a high-energy attacker who can contribute both with and without the ball. Now, areas still to improve. He's not the finished article. His numbers are promising, but they are not elite yet. 6 La Liga goals and 2 league assists, or 7 goals and 5 assists in all competitions, depending on the source used, is a good breakout return. It is not the output of a guaranteed world beater. That is the important balance. He's got the pace, the movement, the versatility, and a strong upward curve. But he still needs to prove that he can consistently produce the end product at the highest level. The raw material is obvious, the polish is still developing. His game appears to be built more on athletic impact than pure technical superiority. That is not a criticism, but it means the next stage of his development will be about decision-making, final ball, finishing consistency, and adapting when opponents deny him space. Now, his reputation in Spain, it's grown, and quickly. Within one season at Osasuna, he went from being a promising former Real Madrid Castilla attacker to one of La Liga's recognised young breakout players. Winning back-to-back La Liga Under-23 Player of the Month awards gave that rise, proper credibility. Osasuna clearly valued his specific profile. Later in the season, when Osasuna presented Geraldo Becker, sporting director Braulio Vasquez said Becker's profile in the squad was only matched by Víctor Muñoz. That tells you how Osasuna viewed him, as one of their few players with that particular combination of pace, directness and attacking threat. He's also been described in the media as a player who gives Spain something different. Vertical, brave, deep running and able to break games open. That is probably the best summary of his reputation. He's seen as fast, direct, high energy, a high energy attacker who offers a different kind of threat. So the overall assessment, well, he's a 22-year-old Spanish attacker with a strong academy background, a breakout La Liga season behind him, senior Spain recognition already, and a profile built around speed, direct running, and attacking space. He's right-footed, mainly used as a wide attacker and capable of playing across the front line. His biggest strengths are his pace, movement, transition threat, work rate, and ability to make repeated runs behind defences. He is not yet a finished product, as we've discussed, and his end product still needs to climb if he is going to become a top-level attacker. But there is a clear reason why clubs have been trying to sign him. Players with pace, versatility, intensity, and La Liga experience at 22 do not sit quietly in the corner for long. The sensible view is this. He is not yet a superstar, but he is a serious young talent with tools that suit modern football. He has come through Barca and Real Madrid systems, made his mark at Osasuna, broken into the Spain setup and earned recognition as one of La Liga's standout young players. In old-fashioned football terms, he looks like a proper runner with attitude and purpose. And in the modern game, that usually costs money and a lot of it. So there you go. That's my little article, if you like, on him. I worked on it this morning, just did a little bit of research, and because the first thing people want to know is, who is he? What does he play like? I mean, I had seen coverage of him, but I didn't know as much as what I've just read to you, so for me, it's educating me as well. I don't know about you, I'm very excited by it. I didn't expect us to do, transfer activity until later in the window, to be honest. Not no activity, I just thought that the majority of anything we would do would most likely come later in the window. But of course, there are deals here and there can be done early. But this deal doesn't feel like a deal here and there. This feels like a serious deal to me, guys. This doesn't sound, this isn't like, someone for the future or, a young kid or something, or just, someone's left, so we need to get someone in as backup. This to me sounds like a real serious transfer, and it excites me, guys. It really does, So tomorrow I expect all of these to update regarding the developments with Liverpool. So it'll be interesting to see what they've got to say about him. But I'm sure you'll agree this is a very, very positive development for us. And, you know, we were saying on the live stream last night, some of us have been a bit like, whatever, you know, because Arne Slot went, you know, I was hoping and expecting to see changes in senior management. We haven't seen those yet. I'm not sure we're going to. But there's been a lot of speculation, you know, over Richard Hughes and Al Hilal and all them, you know, and Michael Edwards apparently, you know, being frustrated at no second club. So I wouldn't be surprised if there is changes still, but what they're waiting for, you know, you think that that news would be out now if that's the case. We have had people claim that Richard Hughes is going to leave later in the year, so who knows? I don't know. But many of us were expecting something to happen on that front. Then we got the World Cup. So we had this new manager, the stress and the pressures that we'd had under Arne Slot gone. So we got a new manager now. So now we want a bit more excitement. And it's the World Cup. We'll have to wait a few months. So, but for me, waking up to that today, brilliant. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The best thing about this was we didn't have any ITKs. Where were all the ITKs, the Twitter tats? Where were they? You know, where were they? It just shows you how nobody actually knows what the fuck's going on, you know? So Liverpool acting like that, like just producing a signing, for me is brilliant, you know? I like that. That's how I like to do it. But the ITKs, the Twitter twats, they just do their claims and exclusives and all that because they hedge and they see things that, you know, oh, that could happen. Or that journalist has hinted at this, so I'm now going to do an exclusive on it. Fuck all was said about this kid, you know. Certainly outside Spain, as far as I'm aware, regarding Liverpool. So, very good. I think this is a sign of good things to come with this manager, guys. I do, you know, and I like that Spanish involvement, to be honest with you. And I think that the fact that he's part of the Spain international setup and that I monitor these, you know, the reporting and what people think here about, you know, the footballers here, etc. I think that's a good thing for us with me being here. Okay, so I'll leave it with you. I hope it wasn't too, you know, like I don't like really reading from a script, but how else do you do it? I can't do it from memory, you know. So I just wanted to give you an idea as the kind of player he was. Okay, don't forget I'm live on here today at 6:30. Don't forget to check the comment section, please. There is a pinned comment which has got the link to the new Facebook group on. Please come and join me. I'll be in there all day, and we can talk in between videos. All right. What else is there to tell you? If you enjoyed the video, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. How do you feel about this signing, guys? There's a love heart, as you know, which is a way of supporting the channel. Super thanks. Revenue's down, the World Cup's down, so now is a good time to support me, really. It will pick up in August. It should do. It's usually the best month of the year, but at the moment, not good. There's 3 links in the video description as well. Revolut is my fuck it fun, the beer kitty for the weekend. I think I've got about 30 euros in there or something. We'll get there. It's not the weekend yet. And you can, of course, become a channel member if you wish. You get a little football next to your name. It tells everyone that you're with me. And I'm very grateful for that. And, of course, we have the VIP members website. I've got to do my grift, guys. This is where the serious business is. I think there's a link in the video description for that. I really should check, really. If not, just go to coptalk.com and look for VIP membership. And you can join me on here as well. All right, guys? So my eyes are a bit sore. I don't know if you can tell. My eyes are sore today. I've got a lot coming up for you, so I'll stop waffling and I'll go and take care of that. All right, guys. See you at 6:30. Don't forget to check the comments in this video.